first place. I hadn't mentioned any of this until now because, well, I didn't want you to take it the wrong way and suspect my motives. But I think that's everything I'd kept from you. A deal, eh? Well, and just so you know, if you don't believe what I'm saying, you're free to change my heart as you like. Thanks to you, I finally know what I need to do. I'm going to stand up to our current reality. I swear I'll use my research to make our world a better place. Though, it'll likely be through different means than how the Phantom Thieves reform members of society. Indeed. You have a strong moral compass, never losing sight of your own definition of justice. I'm more grateful than ever to have met a young man like yourself. Although it's not like this is the last time we'll see one another, still, thank you for everything up to this point.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the Counselor, granting thee infinite power.
All right. All right. I'm going to follow the path that I believe in. I sincerely hope that one day, even if you just considered it to be meddling in your affair. Whoops, we'll meet again though. That's right. Hey. No, it's not. See you around.
Boss said he reserved the place just for us. We're free to drink as much coffee as we want.
Ain't this place always... Huh?
Everyone here is a witness.
I was...
We're supposed to be discussing where we should send the calling card.
Considering how big the hype's gotten, she'll probably just think it's a prank.
I could always put it on Sai-san's desk. People know me there, so I could...
That's not a good idea. If you're the only one who can... I'll do it. I can just tell her it came for her in the mail. That would be the least risky method, no matter what she asks. I'll tell... But Makoto...
You're our leader, so this...
Is that... I'll be okay. I've already traversed far more dangerous.
We will leave it to you then. I will need to step up my game as well to make up for it.
Very well then. Does 6 o'clock in the evening work for everyone?
Yup, got it.
Same as always. Well then, let's get ready. Okay. Anyway.
Madame Sae Nijima, a great sinner of jealousy. You have lost yourself amidst your obsession with success. For its sake, you are even willing to promote injustice as justice. From the Phantom Thieves.
I found it in our mailbox.
To think they would send me one. They brand me a criminal and plan to change my heart? What nonsense! They only care about disposing of those who are an inconvenience for them. Fine.
And when you do, you're going to some kind of underground room, was it?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just remembered you mentioning something like that.
That's right. It will be in a special interrogation room underground. My time will be limited, but I will do whatever it takes to make...
do this fair and square.
I should probably be getting back. It's late, but I should contact the director and let... I expect things will calm down a little once that happens. Why don't we go on a trip to some hot...
Sis. I won't let anyone do... Do you need... I'll head up to my room then.
I'm sorry for calling so... There's something I need to inform you of. I received a calling card from the Phantom. Stand by? And you've transferred command of the investigation to someone else? No, of course not. I'll remain on standby until further in...
Okay. All right. Tomorrow's a big...
I should write something.
Now then. The day has come.
What of the calling card, Makoto?
I showed it to Sis. Makoto.
I understand how you feel.
Yeah, it's way more than losing the place we belong.
It'll be all right. Is everyone just... So much has happened. All right, Joker. This is the...
It's showtime.
Let's go.
Whoa!
And you know we were out there, swatting lights in the making, going hard for the taking, can't hold our life for change, and our voices ring out here, took the mask off to be free, fought it out in that debris, now we know that life will change.
Do you have a moment?
Yes!
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we...
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought...
She's lost con- This is wrong!
Justice cannot yield to evil.
This is nothing more than self-right.
All we need to do to determine who is... Now, why don't we begin?
What?
Is this?
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games! We ain't following your damn rules!
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now, come at me!
You'll save her, right?
All right, everyone, be on alert!
May the best player win!
All right, let's do it! Break down! Persona! Take that! Witness my resolve!
May the best player win!
What the?
Now let us play a game. Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna fall.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face...
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
All right.
Persona! Time for this? I'll use my persona! Let's go. Time for my persona!
Ah. So in that case, it's time you be... Cheaters get punished.
Mona's help is low! What? This is...
Those who cannot follow rules are not to be tolerated. You will predict which pocket the ball will fall into. Now, the time has come for our first round.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. We should go along with the game for now.
I agree.
Well, how will you bet? Have you made your...
Mona's health is low! We lost. Really? See, you're right. It did seem like the ball floated for a split second. Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk. Have someone snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears. You're in charge of choosing. We must. As long as I get close, even this gun should work. I'm ready whenever. I'm going.
May the best player win!
The stuff to split. That must mean the better. Mona's in trouble! He's hurt bad!
Messiah! Oratorio!
Good thinking. Thanks. Persona! Okay. Witness my resolve! Ha!
This is your penalty!
Mona's health is low! The sniper is in their designated spot. All the...
Very well, time to make your bet. Well, how will... Hopefully your prediction will be...
What was that about Farron? You coward! What are you so cool?
Shut up!
Cheating? Unfair? Silence! This is my war! I am the law! I am... If you still dare to defy my justice...
This? We're finally back to a normal fight. Wait!
How about this?
She's way more powerful than before! Don't underestimate her!
Ravage them!
Behave yourself!
Persona! Out of our way! Part 4! My other self! Ready anytime! Ha!
My justice has re...
Are you okay? Please on the ground!
Die on my blade!
She's gonna go nuclear on us. Get ready!
Reverberate! Oratorio!
Thank you! Sorry for the trouble for that little slip. Persona! Shall we? Get yours! Make him pay! Persona!
Persona! You're mine.
Sorry, but make up for that little slip. I'll use my persona. Okay. Awesome, Mona!
Persona! There!
Persona! How's this? Persona! I'm very grateful. I appreciate it. Go! Power up! What was that? Persona!
Only victory, no matter what happens here. I need... How about this?
To the back line!
As it should be. My skills exceed yours.
Persona! Feel my rage! Time for my persona! Ha! What?
I'm right. That's why I have to be... Don't stand in the way of my victory!
Never mind. Persona! Roll! There. Use this!
Persona! How's this? Hot forward! On the set! Ha! Thanks.
Die on my blade!
Crow's got some moves!
Come! Go down! Persona!
I'll use my persona! Let's go.
Very helpful.
Sorry.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Sona. Asterius. Die! Die!
Persona!
Persona!
Persona! This fight this power. Check out this new skill! A fine skill, isn't it?
So I've lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow.
Quiet!
Sorry.
We'll go grab the treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do with these aggressive investigations. Twisting the truth for your own personal... Please. You have to think about your just...
My just...
Try to remember how you used to be.
How...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like...
Even though their own desires were the cause, is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made? What? To think that I, a detective, would act By no means. That was part of our promise.
All right, we don't... Are you all right? I am. Let's go. Huh? Enemy readings! What? They're gathering outside!
For real?
Look at those numbers.
This doesn't look good. We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the It doesn't make any sense. There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something. Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. We'll be... A team this large would be discovered immediately. Although... No, that's too... Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
Let him do it. He's quiet. But once his mind's made up, I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Please don't do...
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back.
We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember? Even more...
This truth.
It seems we had...
We'll see you later.
There's something here.
He's here. Move in immediately.
Good. Now get right.
This is our only chance.
Stay calm. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our... Don't worry about us. But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
I bet Skull wouldn't pull it off that
Somewhere.
This happens because you have no sense for aesthetics.
Nobody asked you, Inari.
There he is!
Just run! Okay, the enemy's focus is on him. Looks like the rest. Everyone remember where we're meeting up? No worries, I can get...
Stop right there! Get away!
Take him down, Joker!
Another you that exists within. Ah, we meet once again. You have progressed well through your recollections. Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you.
Comparing power levels.
Come!
No threat. Get him, Joker!
Roll!
So you know that we out there. Swatting lights in the making. Yeah, we're not breaking.
Everyone else,
Let's go.
into position. Use Route B.
All right. Useless. Come! Asterius! Roll! Gotcha now!
Yeah, he's fine. Come on!
Your fate will soon recall everything. Remember that if you are fated to continue past this point,
Okay, pull out before their backup gets here.
Good. More of them?
Joker behind.
You do.
Hmm? What the? Come on!
No problem.
I'll end this right now.
Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting!
My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today. Let's do this, Senpai!
The enemy readings have decreased. That's...
It's been a while since we last fought side by side, but this time, it's my turn to come to your aid.
Persona!
Show them, Sondrion! Step the landing! I think that's the last...
I genuinely have no clue what just happened. Wait, bad news. Enemy...
Please go. You still have something you need to do as a Phantom. Then I won't since I'm not a member of the Phantom Thieves. I'm in no position to However, please don't forget the...
Joker, you need...
All right,
Let's do it!
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor's completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there. There's nowhere to run.
See ya.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that? Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him! Let's go! Go, go, go! Get over there!
Still struggling. Suspect secure.
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff him.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? So you're not that dumb. Which is good, because we get to take as much time as we need! Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name. I see. I need your hand to sign this, but... I don't care if you end up losing a leg. Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Excuse me, but
I'm Nijima.
the prosecutor's office?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something...
Nijima-san, I believe. Besides.
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even...
I'm calling because I knew you'd...
I will not be convinced, and this is my case.
Good luck to you. I won't be expecting much.
Prosecutor, your time will be cut short. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak.
I understand.
Well done on making it this... Now that you have traversed your long the effects of that drug are gonna wear off. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save... The evil influence who wishes you dead is If you want to win this... If you wish to take... Recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Ha 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 ha.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. There's much more I'd like to ask, but... I do have a suggestion. Care to strike a deal? If you I have a responsibility to solve this case. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very... You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you in this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend who you've been with since the... One of the victims of the Kamoshida case. An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil. Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy. Those are your accomplices in the So you won't sell out your friends. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who would... Not to repeat myself, but remember that you had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them? So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part... So Goro Akechi wasn't one. So be it. You... Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about... Don't be ridiculous. You're... Justice? Then tell me, what... Saving other... What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand for... You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy, but many people have fallen victim to this. We... The truth, huh? After all this... Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
I realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey, can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't... Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you... Our time's up. Goodbye. Why? Because this is my job. Don't... Anyhow, There's one last thing. There's something that's been bothering. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out. If that's true, who...
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you. Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out? You're not joking. If you know something, you must tell. You mean... I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show... Makoto and the others should have told you. I'm talking about the true culprit.
Hey! What are you trying to get, and what about this smartphone? The traitor?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass...
Please. I need you to be clear with me. What do you... My God. You're referring to him, aren't you? What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom... But it appears my time is up. This will be my last and... Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so... And that honest look in your eyes. I'll place my bet on... I just need to show him the phone, right?
I am thou. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment, granting thee in...
All right. All right.
I'll be go. What good will this do? A Ketchikan?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and How did you get approved?
For the same reason you did. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit.
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated. Nobody would ever know if things got a little...
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your ally.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear. My God. You're referring...
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman. May I ask
guess that going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me an...
Huh? What are you...
I owe you for all. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our... Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worth... Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends. Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit... I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end. Beyond that, what of the director of the special
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No. Hey. Even me. Shh.
What was all that about? The Phantom Thief Alibaba?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thief.
How do they...
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured. He came to kill it.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me? What is it?
Anyway, what...
Did anyone else stop? Nobody?
There'd be no...
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll...
So it's That's all true.
Of course it's true.
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things.
You?
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young man who's...
Can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise. To think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It would be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us
Hey, they're going. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy. Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right. There's... One more person has been on our... If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough. Right. It's a necessity. I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So it's impossible even... I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect. And incredible. This is gonna be fun.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't...
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Hey, don't fall asleep until we reach our desk. Are you listening?
Are you listening? Anyway, we need to talk about how... Futava's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior...
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdown. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves. If we go into Sis's palace, as he suggests, we'll likely be...
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger... He may even be able to bring in vehicles, or...
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No. Akechi is merely a tool. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect in...
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may...
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told...
Palace? Actually, there's... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside.
Yes. We could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Yeah, that's it!
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're... her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much...
It's ancient history now.
But man, that guy...
Look who's...
Hey!
How've you been?
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on. Enemy? Fake?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you...
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something.
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry. Was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing...
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quick. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an app! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his...
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they plan to get rid of that
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from...
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was...
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crash.
On top of that, someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did. We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him. Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What condition?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our great. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire...
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, realize that our leader was telling the truth.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit.
Yes. Plus,
This is stunning.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. we also knew of a possible conspiracy.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help. Let's take a break. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer.
That sounds familiar.
It's me.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender.
No, not more importantly. You've done well with regard to the prosecutor.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been set.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thief.
All possible hindrances are now gone.
And on to our next story. The SNAP discussion is swirling around, but candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Why don't we resume our...
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard.
Have you figured out who's...
Akechi accidentally he said Shido.
Shido?
He is unmistakably a man...
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
I believe he's a politician.
For real?
It's certainly possible.
Huh?
Do you have some kind...
Nothing material. However, there are various... First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdown. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he...
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapse. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what. Mom.
Shit.
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up just based on the connections I had from my previous... I I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido from the moment Wakaba died. But there wasn't anything I could do.
Why didn't you say that
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data, and Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country of
The issue is simpler. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bat.
Yeah, we'll do it. Then let's check the map.
Masayoshi Shido. Got a hit!
Where would the location...
What kind of things go...
I always think of dirty money and shady action.
What does he do? And where?
His palace must be somewhere that politics...
Talk about...
Perhaps it's the Diet Building?
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. Hell yeah! Nobody against?
Of course!
He will be a worthy of...
Let's win this
time for
Then it's you
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that Diet Building played.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter them.
An old fart like me can't wrap...
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then?
That reminds me. What are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright?
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro a mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable crime. We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be... What frightening teenager.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on.
Yeah, this ain't the
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for it.
I finally made it this far. It's already...
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young... Because of that, those who...
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special... If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd...
It's because I sympathized with... I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? to think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have the political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Well, how do I put this?
Well then.
Let's do it.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? Well, remember how I put that wire? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into a cat. That's when I saw my chance, and beep! But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to a...
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the metaverse nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable.
I'm gonna head back then.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll... And we'll have all the time... To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other, but... I'm going to stay with you until the... Well then, we should get... You know, something that Futaba... When you were in a pinch in the palace, She picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe. And I'll...
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those phantom thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
We'll show you.
Cut that out!
Hey.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're... Ugh, just don't stay out.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Dai.
Maybe... Mount...
Conditions have not been met.
What about a man?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as prime...
What about an arena?
Imperial Palace?
Conditions have not been met.
It's no... I thought we would have gained...
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written.
Is that even...
Who knows?
There was nothing like that in the note.
Anyways, what kind of person is she?
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably... Excuse me. I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live and eat.
An exemplary answer. It makes sense he wouldn't tell...
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about...
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at 1. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strat. We should all...
The criminals calling them... However, I believe these scandals only increase our distrust of...
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is a...
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where...
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
In order to save this country that has been tainted...
Ugh. Oh, you want to do it? Yes!
All right.
Well then. Last one.
How many do we miss? Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up. Right?
That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to diet building.
So you enter keywords into the metaverse now.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Goro. Him and his stupid compo.
So, Akechi, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and what.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers back...
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback.
The Phantom Thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go direct?
That's impossible. He's surrounded.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus?
To everyone gathered before Young Jaya Station.
Isn't that an election camp?
Oh, right! The kid!
I apologize for the commotion.
Wait, did he...
Yeah, he...
Man, talk about being lucky!
Hey,
Ryuji ran off toward the station. This way. Hurry! By the way, did something happen? You didn't seem well a moment ago.
So our children who carry the birth, so our nation can once, I humbly ask that you cast your... Let us all set sail toward a... I hope to continue...
Is that the guy? You guys wait here.
Wait!
Hey! Yo, Shido-san!
Stand back.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comment?
That's enough, Brad.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before. Oh!
What are you talking about?
That moron! Come on!
But these guys...
Hey, kid, you don't want to know what happens when you cross... It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. This ain't a show. Damn brat! What are you looking at? This country is filled with clueless Let them go.
What a piece of shit. Wait, he's the same guy.
You're sure? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Holy shit.
Let's get going.
Shido's the guy who set you up?
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
Talk about a desk. Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right?
God.
Shido was already a politician then. Yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how...
What a piece of sh... Children are the future, my ass! What he's saying and doing are completely different!
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision, it'd barely be possible even...
At any rate, we need to trigger it.
Be that as it may, Shido's... It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely He speaks about the good of the country.
That man's full of ambition to rise. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stool.
He treats himself as an elite man while...
I assume the key word for what he believes the Diet building is will be...
It must be something self-centered.
Someone like him needs to be...
Let's head to the Diet building again.
Stewing... Yeah. Oh, you want to do it?
All right.
Well then. Security guards became suspicious of us last time, but we still have...
Think it's a barrier app?
Where'd your enthusiasm?
Ah, shit.
Enough chatting.
The citizens are secondary. He wants to become fortune. Hey, can you think of anything based... Just try saying it.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and...
Steer?
There was a match?
What? The Diet Building's a What kind of scenery will that be?
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be.
Well, whatever it is.
Oh, shut up! Let's hurry up and go.
Are we clear of the guard?
Get closer to the wall, just in case. All right.
Did anything change?
Security guards seem to be gone, but stiffness seems to be similar to what happened with Sis's.
But this time, the Diet...
The gate wasn't open earlier, though.
Wait, look! Mona's appearance is different.
That means we're definitely in a pallet.
Come on, let's go take a look.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out.
Huh?
What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Huh?
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
This is bullshit! A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
The same goes for Akechi.
What in the world is he thinking? Whether it be for glory, my father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken. I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure. All right!
We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the... Let the infiltration begin!
Wait,